Hey y'all, welcome back to the vlog. Today I just wanted to share my postpartum journey with y'all. My son is 13 months old now, so it's been about a year and a month since I have had him. It has been one crazy year. If you haven't watched my birth vlog, my pregnancy story, go watch that because it kind of leads into this. It goes along with this. So I have had I've had my regular checkup, right after you have the baby, and everything seemed fine. My body has definitely changed. I have stayed, maintained a weight that I'm not used to. And I've heard that losing baby weight is really hard to do. So I finally get it. I definitely know that it is hard to lose the baby weight. Everybody's like, oh, just do this and this and this. But for some people, it's hard. And mentally, it's hard after you have a baby, during your pregnancy and all that. I definitely have never experienced anything like this, as this was my first pregnancy, and I just want to share my journey with y'all. And the first month that my son was born, I was really lucky to have my mom help out me and my husband, because we had never had a baby before. Of course, I had been around kids and stuff like that, but never 24/7, round the clock, taking care of a newborn. The sleepless nights for all of us was something else. Like, running off no sleep was hard for me because, I love my sleep. And, of course, I knew that having a baby, you don't have sleep anymore. You just don't. You never will. So I knew that was going to happen, but to actually experience it while healing from a C-section and having to ask for help and moving slow and all of that just takes a toll on everything and everybody. So, going around the sleep situation and healing and all that, it was difficult. And I don't know if this was just me, if it was the medicine that I was put on after I had him or before I had him, but I think it was like almost like sundowning, for older people that go through, mental stages of getting older. But so as soon as it got dark, I always had to have lights on in the house. It was crazy. Like, I could sit in the room and all the lights had to be on. But, when I went to sleep, I was asleep. I didn't know whether the lights were on or not. So that was something I had never, ever experienced in my life. I think it was interesting to go through. And so my mom had stayed for the month, the first month that my son was born, and we had to, reconfigure the house, because, like I've mentioned in my other videos, the outlets are just sporadic in this house. So we had to figure out how to add lighting. So we went through that as well. And then I feel like finally my menstrual cycles have been back to normal, which is good. And my eating didn't really change. Like, I ate more when I was pregnant, but afterwards I just went back to normal. And the sleeping habits now have definitely gotten better as well as time goes on and as the baby gets older. And so we've got our routine down, and I do still struggle with my body, but I am also very, very proud of myself for, you know, carrying my son for 8 months, who was 7 pounds, you know, and I'm only 5'2", so, you know, he was a decent weight. So I'm very proud of what my body was able to accomplish. Although some days it is hard because I'm used to my old body, the way it looked, and so I go through mental days of like, okay, I'm not really a fan of my body today, but I remind myself that, you know, it's okay, and I feel like every woman goes through that, or episodes of that. And the hair loss for me, like, I already don't have a lot of hair. It's very thin. So the hair loss for me is another big thing. I'm not used to losing hair like I do. And I think there's like shampoos that you can use, or medicine or something. I just haven't done that yet. So I'm gonna do my research on that and see what works for me. So yeah, the hair loss and stuff. My nails are fine. They didn't really change, which is good because I've always had great nails. And so when I was pregnant, like, my shirt size and dress sizes went up, of course, as I got bigger during my pregnancy. And so that hasn't really changed for me. Like some shirts, you know, I can fit into a large, and some shirts are an extra large. I guess it just depends on where you get it from. But I'm definitely not a medium or a small, and I never will be ever again. And that's totally fine with me. I get it. And I'm, you know, proud of it. And so, yeah, I definitely have gone through a lot. And I think even with dental, sometimes being pregnant, it can take a toll on your dental health as well. And so, you know, some women go through that, and I think there's, you know, of course there's medicine for that as well, I think you can take. And, you know, my feet size didn't, actually, I take that back. It did change a little bit. I'm up to a size 7 in certain shoes, because I have been a 6 my whole entire life. But some shoes, you know, are a 7, size 7. So that changed a little bit as well. And so I have, only have like a few pair of shoes, and some of them actually fit, and that's really good. Let's see what else has changed. My routine has definitely changed. I've always gotten up early, so that didn't really matter to me, but to have a new routine and to share it with a baby is a big thing. That's really big. And yeah, I just enjoy life, and I enjoy the person that I am today. And everybody in the family has gone through postpartum with me as well, and I'm very appreciative that everybody has been there for me and my son. And yeah, that is my postpartum journey story. So let me know in the comments what you liked, if you went through this, if you have the same you know, symptoms. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.